Hey, this is Steven from Legit PC, and today we're going to be looking at the Asus 239H-P. Now, this particular monitor is a 5 millisecond gray-to-gray IPS display. And if you guys don't know, IPS means that it has multiple viewing angles. So, well, that's basically, of course, it being IPS makes it slower than other LCDs. So, if you guys see my other review of the Asus VS238, that one has a 2 millisecond gray-to-gray. This one's a 5 millisecond gray-to-gray, so it's got a little bit more latency. But the other one does not have the IPS. This one has the IPS, so this is better viewing angles from up top to the left to the right, so you can have multiple people looking on the project. So I'm going to go over this particular panel here and to review the things that I like about it and things that I don't like about it, as well as giving you guys a close-up look. Now, the only thing I do not have during this review is I do not have the box, the shipping box that it came in, but it's exactly like the VS238 that I reviewed earlier, so you guys could check out that video if you want to see it. But basically has, you know, an envelope of styrofoam on the side and a box with a carrying handle, and this has got a bag over the top of it. So it's exactly the same box, pretty much, and exactly the same thing inside. It comes with a VGA cable, HDMI cable, and a power cable. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now let's talk about the pros and the cons before I go to a close-up look of this particular display. So this particular display is built for those that maybe don't care too much about the latency. So maybe people that do stuff like programming or graphic design, or things like coding, you know, surfing websites, you know, watching YouTube, Facebook, things like that, school projects, papers, writing papers, things like that. This is a 23-inch display, so I mean it's pretty big. I believe it should be a 23-inch display, and it's great for projects like that. And this is in like the $140 to $170 range, about the same as the other one. But if you're a gamer, I would go with the VS238. It doesn't have the IPS, and it has the 2 milliseconds gray-to-gray rather than 5 millisecond gray-to-gray. So what else do we have? That's pretty much it. So what would a good thing for IPS be? So IPS would allow friends or colleagues or people working with you on a project or whatever to be able to look from multiple sides of the monitor and still be able to see the image. The image won't wash out or just darken or just be completely black. So it either become completely black or wash out to where you can't even see it. This particular one, it's got better viewing angles, so you have to go farther, almost parallel with it in order to not see the image. So, and of course on the VS238 or other monitors, the viewing angle is not all that great. It's mainly for gaming if you're looking straight on the monitor, not really if other people are looking at it. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the close-up view of it, and then we'll just conclude because I don't have the box, so I'm not going to be looking through the box or anything. I'll show you guys the mode and whatnot, and that's pretty much it. So let's get started with the review. Okay, so we are back looking at the VS239H-P. As you can see, it's a pretty clear display, almost exactly just as clear as the 238, and yeah, like I said, it's great for programming and things like that, as well as, you know, I don't know if you could actually be able to see it with the camera. You're not going to be able to. But it's definitely got better viewing angles. Maybe I'll try. Yeah, I'll try. Let's try it. Pop it off the tripod here. The image is still pretty clear. So, you can see it's definitely got pretty good viewing angles. And definitely got pretty good viewing angles. So I mean, it's a great display for people that want to work on projects such as the projects that I explained. Not so great for gaming. It'll work for gaming, but the latency will be a little bit more, and people that game like low latency in their mice as well as their monitors and their video cards and things like that. So I think that would be what you would use it for and things like that. So let's go ahead and move on to the up close look. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to show you guys the menu settings. So this also has Splendid to where you can change the Splendid modes. So I'll go ahead and show that to you by hitting the Out button. Okay, so now we're going to go through the Splendid modes. Standard mode, theater mode, game mode, night view mode, sRGB, which is where it tries to attempt to replicate the RGB values accurately. But of course, usually you'll go with standard mode, and this is just whatever you pick in the menu. So let's go back to the menu, and then you have your Splendid modes where you can modify those. And then you have your color, as well as different image options and input settings, as well as setting up the system setup. But this one doesn't seem as bright as the other VS238, so it doesn't hurt your eyes as much, I find. Still has the exact 50 million to 1 contrast ratio, dynamic contrast ratio. So I mean, it's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and move to the close-up. Alright, so here we have a close-up of the monitor, so let's go ahead and bring this closer for you guys. So here on the bottom you can see it says Asus here, if it focuses correctly. But yeah, it just says Asus there, and it's got the same kind of stand down here with the little peg leg there. And I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same. Let me go ahead and actually move the camera up a little bit here for you guys. Maybe get some better focus. Let's try to focus this in. Oh, we're having problems focusing. Okay, that's weird. Alright, so yeah, pretty much the same exact monitors. Got the black bezel around the side here, and you go through the back. It's got vent portholes here. It's got the VESA mounts here. It's got your power here. I'll go ahead and pick that up for you guys so you can see. You got your power. You got your HDMI, your DVI, VGA, and your mic output. I mean your headphone output. If you're going through it with HDMI, you could use your mic output from the screen, and just use that. So that's pretty much it. So we're going to go ahead and go on to the conclusion and finish the review. Alright, so this has been my review of the Asus 239H-P. So a great monitor for if you want to work on projects like programming or graphic design or writing papers, school homework, animation. All the kind of creative projects where you don't need it right now and you're not, it doesn't require seconds of response for it to really make a difference. This would be the monitor to go with. I mean, multiple viewing angles. If you have a glare, you could just look at it from a different side, and now you don't have a glare anymore, or just rotate your monitor and just look at it from the side. It makes no big deal because this has nice viewing angles on it. In the $140, $170 range, it's definitely a great budget monitor. 23-inch, 1080p, 60 Hertz refresh rate, absolutely perfect display, and it's got all the inputs that you could want, and it's got all the features that you could want as well as Splendid and setting the brightness and whatnot. I think it's a great monitor, and it's definitely a must-buy if you do those kind of projects and you're not really into FPS gaming or MMO gaming or whatever. MMO, RPG, third-person shooters, things like that. So, if you're thinking about getting this monitor, definitely do it. At that pretty good budget price point, it's definitely a must-buy, and it's worth every penny. So, this is Steven from Legit PC, and thanks for watching my review of the VS239H-P. And if you like this video, please subscribe for other videos like it. Thanks for watching.